Tails up, Vindicators, and this is someone's show for the 19th of March 2017. So we're going a bit over the some legendaries here right now and stuff like that. So Archiman's Hit Reborn, they say the song is one, and they talk about snapshot here. The thing is, snapshotting is not something that was in. It has been involved for quite some time, but snapshotting is something that I think came from Diablo and from Heroes of the Storm, but it was first in Diablo, and I believe it wasn't in Diablo 2, but it was in Diablo 3, snapshotting. And it's basically like the thing is, not all abilities can be snapshotted, and I believe snapshotting means that you can use something regardless of cooldown or something. Like snapshotting is hard to explain, so yeah. Snapshots your metamorphosis stats. Okay, there's a lot of interesting things here. Kirill Narak. He's also strong for dungeon content. Use your parties with Burning Alive talent. For a Mythic Priest progression contest, yeah. The instant initial damage from your immolation aura is the remaining cooldown of Firebrand, and by 2 seconds for each enemy hit. It's pretty good. Competing classes there. Tier tokens, Havoc Demon Hunters, Paladin Priests and Warlocks. Lerama, Havoc, Demon Hunters, Druids, Monks and Rogues. Amulets, Cloaks and Rings, everyone is competing for that. Trinkets, Blood, Death Knights, Guardian, Druid, Protection Paladins and Protection Warriors. So yeah. And that's the loot competition for certain types of things. Which is not for legendaries, of course, because you don't compete for legendaries. Imagine if you had to compete for legendaries, like, you know, like everyone would get the legendary, you know. So, but yeah. I'm actually gonna check if there is a site that actually explains the snapshotting. I forgot how the snapshot. World of Warcraft snapshotting. If it's explained somewhere. What the heck is the dot? Yeah, dot is normally when the snapshotting is. I've heard of this term so many times, but when asked, no one ever seems to have an explanation. And that's just about dot snapshotting. It's not the same shouting as regular snapshotting, but what I explain is when you cast dots with maximum amount of buffs, aka trinkets, potions, procs, lust, etc. Which means basically like snapshotting is when you you make sure you use your ability as soon as all your buffs is up at the same time. Like snapshotting means that you're able to figure out when you time your trinkets, your buffs, you time everything together, and when everything is up, you just use all your cooldowns, like all your really, really good damaging abilities at the same snap. So yeah. Yeah, and basically it's when you cast a dust, when you have the most buffs, procs humanly possible. It'd be like me casting Outbreak at 300k vengeance, or Veng. Dots would act as if I had 300,000k the entire time, because the thing is, when you have gotten a proc, all of the dot will have the effect even if the buff runs out. If the buff runs out in the dot window, then you still get a full damage from the dot. You still get a buff for the entire duration of the dot, which is insanely good, you know, pretty much. Valve snapshot changes there. So apparently in VOD they made snapshotting no longer possible. Apparently. Yeah, because you were able to use the snapshotting with HOTS as well, like heals over time. You were able to snapshot with that as well, you know. So, it was pretty insane, you know. Pretty good, man. I'm gonna check so there hasn't been any more card reveals since last time. Heartpound.com. No, that's not how you spell it. You need to have the H there after the heart thing, because it's called Hearthstone. I've already read about this, but it seems like the release date has been leaked. Yeah, Unity on Goro will release on April 6th. Don't just take a word for it though. Here's what leads up to this conclusion. The startings of the old set your clock ahead trick, which is a trick used to figure out when previous expansions would come out, seems to be working again with Hearthstone client, where if you set the clock ahead in a time to a certain date, your Angor card pack appears to be operable. This has been a common tactic to figure out release dates of content in the past, and that's an excellent track record of being correct, like it's been correct like every single time. Unfortunately, Blizzard changed something which makes it no longer work. But they took screenshots basically before they hotfixed it and stuff that. But Flux, nothing about Angora so far has been like traditional expansion releases. Why should believe this wasn't just a mistake, you ask? Well, because there's another source of information out there now which further confirms that it sell out to a good friend Amazon. Because Amazon has the whole coin thing that you can get, because getting Amazon coins is cheaper than buying packs in Hearthstone. So people like basically buy 500 Amazon coins and then they get packs for that. And then there is an offer they have, which expires on it expires before midnight on the 5th of April, pretty much. So just 1 minute before it goes to the 6th. And why would it do that? Of course they do that because there's a new expansion, so yeah. Amazon is currently running a promotion which gives you 500 Amazon coins if you pre-order the expansion through them. Yeah, you can pre-order the Hearthstone expansion through Amazon on their offer page. There is clearly state that the promotion ends just before the clock ticks April 6th. Why would it be stopping then? Because you can't pre-order an expansion when it launches. So yeah, so that seems very, very good. But I said it would be mid-April, and 6th of April is not mid. That's like the first week in April, which means then it would not release next week, not the next week, but the week after that, basically on a Thursday. So yeah, you know, and I say like, click it to buy Amazon coins up to 30% off, get cheap card packs, yeah. The thing is, I believe Amazon coin actually works in all countries, basically. And that's really why the thing is, you know, like a lot of people are complaining because they're gonna make Hearthstone packs more expensive in other countries than in the Americas. But then I believe the Amazon thing with Amazon coins, I believe you can use no matter what country you're in, so yeah. So a lot of people will probably be getting packs that way instead. And I think it's because a lot of people in Americas are getting their Hearthstone packs via Amazon coins, is why they are increasing the prices in other regions. Because they are hoping that people are not going to be able to figure out a way to use Amazon coins. Because I believe you can use Amazon coins in other areas. I'm going to answer something. Can you use Amazon coins in Sweden? Question mark. A guide on Amazon coins outside US, UK, Germany. Yeah. Yeah, you just pretend that you're from a certain country that you're not from. Which you can pretty easily set up, because that's how you have to do it on the Xbox One. Because when I got Xbox One, it hadn't come out in Sweden yet. Because for some reason they didn't decide to release it in Sweden. So the one I got is like an Italian console, I believe it is. So yeah, or a very British one. So it had a different like power outlet source and stuff like that, so yeah, which was pretty weird, so yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna of course eventually try and level up my rogue as well, because my rogue is also pretty high level, you know. There are several classes I have at 100 basically that I want to get up to max level as well. But I don't think I will make all of them, or the ones I have at 100. I don't think I will be able to make all of them max level before the next patch hits, because it seems that most people are thinking now that it's going to be on the 29th that the patch will hit, because of a lot of people have now heard about the whole thing, how the PvP season is ending soon, and while they still haven't gone out with a date yet. For example, the earliest it's going to be ending is on the 28th, and that would mean that it will be on the 29th in Europe, because 28th is the update date in the United States, and because the next PvP season is going to have the tier set. That's a recall of the set from the Tomb of Sargeras, so that's why people have figured out that. But of course, it might not happen during those dates. It might happen the next week after that, which would then put it on the 5th of April for this region, which would make sense as well, you know. Which would make sense as well, so yeah. But yeah, we'll see, you know. I'm really excited for the new patch. I'm hoping, though, that there is something I was worried about. Certain of the class mounts require you to buy certain things from the auction house. Certain things that are rather expensive from the auction house that I wouldn't be able to afford on like my main and stuff. That I would have to like level up like several characters, and then you send money over to one character used to be able to do that, you know. Or I would have to buy a WoW token just to be able to get one of the class or the old mounts, which seems like stupid. Like I really hate that, the fact that so many people seem to think, oh, making money now is so easy, you know. But the thing is, a lot of people don't spend their money. Like a lot of people use. The people that have no problem with their cash in Legion and in VOD, those were people that used during VOD, they just saved up all the cash. They don't spend their cash. They just like amass it, and then they don't care about the cash they have. They hardly ever transmog their gear. They may be getting really lucky with the gear, so they don't need to like every time I get like a gear upgrade, like I put in new gems in them, I put in new, you know, enchants and stuff that, you know. And the thing is just that the enchants is just so fucking expensive. I can't even afford the most expensive enchants because I don't have a lot of cash on my characters. You know, the only time I have a lot of cash is either if I get really lucky with the auction house. Like, I mean, one of the most expensive things I sold on the auction house was when I was doing some TBC content on one of my characters at one point. I was just doing some more dungeons, and then when I was heading to one place, I just noticed, oh, a rare mob, you know, and stuff like that. And I killed the rare mob, and the rare mob drops, I think it's the one that drops the Eye of the Beholder, I think it's called. But there is something that's worth like a shit ton of cash on the auction house, because the rare mobs in Outland don't spawn very, very often and stuff like that, and some of the mobs drops very, very insanely good BOEs. Like, the thing is, sure, they're not good stat-wise, but the thing is, their looks are often very unique, which makes them worth a shit ton of money. Like I believe one of the lightsabers drops from TBC content as well, which is worth like a shit ton of cash on the auction house. It might be the T-Boost Blazing Longsword, or it might not be. That might not be available anymore. Because I believe I managed to get one at one point that dropped from like the Black Temple, but I didn't know the value it was, you know, so yeah. TBC World drops. I'm gonna check here. I wonder if that's a filter there. Blade of Hannah, Elemental Attune Blade. Yeah. Are these all of them? Unavailable. No, but that's yeah, even the filter is wrong there. They have that, for example, like there is probably some way to like search for the correct things, but yeah. But the thing is, in TBC there were certain like world drops that were worth an insane amount of cash, like certain world drops. Blade of Wizardry, I believe it is. Yeah, because that's level 70. Blade of Wizardry is like, I believe it can still drop, and it's still like a world drop binds when equipped. And this is for a shit ton. But anyway, I have to stop now because we're almost at time here. I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll probably record sometime next week, you know, so I see you all then. See you all next time.